You guys know who we're with. He needs no introduction. Andry Strong, man. Nice to have you on the channel, man. Been a long time. We did an interview 3-4 years ago. This one is going to be on the press. Going to go over it in terms of technique, what to focus on how to unlock your first, and then the main topic, which is how to get pressed clean in planche, technique, going over it, common mistakes, stuff like that. Pretty simple.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Okay, so should we start first with the requirements when people should start it?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. As the easiest progression, I would say it would be the straddle planche press with the resistance band. So that would be the easiest progression. Some people would say tag planche press, but in the straddle planche, you can use your legs and you can use the momentum to get to the top. But if you want to unlock the full planche, you need to unlock the tag planche, press to handstand, where you don't use your legs, where you don't arch your back and you don't use the momentum at all. So if we're talking about the straddle planche itself, first, people should understand that during the press, at the beginning, you can use your leg. And with the time, you should avoid it. So basically at the beginning, it can look just, from the tag position, you open to the straddle and immediately with the legs press to the top. So that's what you should do it. Instead of just like you get and you hold, no, you should open and press immediately with your legs.
Directly.
Yes. Okay. So you can use your legs momentum, you can drive your legs over the head, and that's how people should start it. Don't focus at the beginning, like hold it and press. But once you can do at least 2 reps in the straddle position and you have at least like 8 seconds good straddle hold, then you should avoid using your legs. You get to the straddle position, open, hold, and then don't use your legs at all, only shoulders
from the shoulder,
and keep your legs engaged and don't arch at all. So basically, stop using your legs, you just open, engage, flex your abs, and only shoulders do flexion.
Okay, and quickly there, so if people are then learning the straddle and they want to start their press, so they go in their straddle, but they try and go with their shoulders, but they start like this.
Yes.
What do you recommend there? If
use the resistance band.
Resistance band.
Yes.
Okay.
And that's also one of the biggest mistakes. Why does people start? Because there are 3 pillars: hold, press, and push. And many of the people do just isometric hold, but they don't work on the press, or they do hold, push, but not press. So even when you just start planche journey, you should work on your presses
press at the same time.
Yes, for example, you should start working your tag, press to tag planche, tackle seat, press to tag planche. Then you can go higher and higher. So basically your shoulder should develop the strength of being able to press your body. Because if you just do an isometric hold or you just do the push-up, basically you limit yourself from achieving the higher level.
Okay, so then after that, so with the straddle, they go in the band, they work on that, they can hold and press.
Yes.
Okay, and then to get their first
take a stronger band, take a strong band, just to understand the movement, understand the pattern of the movement. Once your body understand how to press, then you can move to the lighter one. Then you do it the light one. Once your body is strong enough and understand how to press, remove the band, use the momentum and get to the top.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, and always at the beginning thing to bring your feet over your head.
Okay. As opposed to making sure you don't lean too much.
Yeah, so why does people usually lean forward or they lose the protraction? Because when shoulders aren't strong enough and you cannot hold it, you start to compensate to get to the center of mass and you start leaning forward to be able to hold it. So that means there's some weak point and you should work on that. So you need to, do I lean too much? Maybe your shoulder doesn't hold and you start grabbing the bar more, and that's where you've got the forearm strength. So that means you need to work more on your shoulder. If you see the protraction, work more on your protraction. Okay. So you need to analyze all the time and understand what are your weak points.
Okay, so you're saying like, okay, you have an issue with the forearm, that could be from the shoulder.
Yes, exactly.
The compensation there. Even if you feel, oh, I might need to strengthen my forearm because I'm getting the pain, not necessarily.
That's usually because the shoulder is weak.
Okay.
Why? Why does it happen? If your shoulder is strong, you don't need to use even your grip to be able to hold it. Yes, but if your shoulders aren't strong, you start leaning forward, and to not fall forward, you start grabbing the bar to compensate the weakness of your shoulders, and that's where forearms start getting too much tension, and that's where you can get a strain.
Okay.
Once you achieve the straddle planche with your legs momentum, get at least 3 reps to start working on your clean one. Because if you will focus like, okay, I want to have a clean one, but your body still aren't strong enough, you will just fail. You will not be able to get. So it's okay to slightly, let's say, neglect your technique, neglect your form, just get to the top.
Yeah.
Yes. But you need to understand, we have a rate from 1 to 10. If you go under 6, there is higher chance of injury.
Yeah. So this is like the form, the technique.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, there's a certain line you don't want to go under.
No, because if you go under,
that's where you might have
that's it.
Okay, so some specific questions then. So for some people, when they press, they will, like their head, some people press and they go a bit more down, but some people, they keep the head and look a bit further up. For you, does it make a big difference?
Yes, so look, the problem, another one, because usually why does people keep this head? Because they learn the handstand in the wrong technique.
Yeah.
So in the handstand, you shouldn't see place in front of your hands. You should see only your fingers and your thumb. The center of the balance should be between your thumb. When you're keeping your head up, that means your handstand is incorrect. And you should just look from your forehead to your thumb. Yes, exactly. So when you do the planche, your head is in a neutral position. You shouldn't do the shoulder flex.
Yeah.
Let's say not shoulder, head flexion, you know, here.
Yeah, with the neck.
Keep the head in the neutral position. And when you press to the top, just look between your thumb. This is the point where you should look in the handstand,
but
not in front.
From planche, you're here, and then you're moving to here.
Exactly. So you are looking forward, and then when you press to handstand, you start looking between. That's the center, between the line between your thumb.
Okay.
Yeah, so basically when you hold, your head is here, you're in the straight position, and then when you do the press, you start shifting your gaze and do between your parallels.
Yeah, straight in between.
So in this way, you can keep the head in the same position and without shifting like this.
Yeah.
If you need calisthenics equipment to help your training, check out Go Nation. It's literally the equipment I started off with from day one to get to the level I'm at now, and some of the best designs in the calisthenics fitness space, with equipment to help you learn skills clean. Use Jack 10 to help support the channel and get minus 10% off.
Okay, and then, so yeah, you already mentioned a little bit like with losing protraction, because I mean, even for me sometimes in long combination, you know, I'll enter good, and then, you know, eventually when I try and press, you know, the chest starts coming forward. Do you still say the band is the best way?
That's usually happen when shoulders aren't strong. So even like when we lost the protraction, that's because the shoulders couldn't hold the position. Okay. So the best way would be, yes, to develop more strength with a light, super light protraction that will give you just like a few kg to get more reps.
Well, you know, I've had the same issue as well. With the grip, anything you do with the grip or with the arm bending, anything to help there?
So, why does people start bending the arms? There it could be a few. Because of the, let's say, anthropometric parameters, and because of the anatomy, maybe they couldn't fully extend the arms. Or when shoulders aren't strong enough, you start bending to compensate. Because in this way, you can shift the strength from your shoulders, more to your biceps, to your forearm, to your triceps, and to compensate lean.
Okay.
So that's the same, yes.
From that central point.
Exactly. So basically the planche, you need to have a strong shoulders and everything to do to develop more shoulder. And basically you need to work on your shoulder flexion. That's why you need to include press into every workout.
Even no matter the level.
No matter the level. So you start even like an easy one. As I mentioned, from here, just press. Press. For the beginners, it would be even like this. You get from here, you stand, then you go with the feet assistance, press.
Yeah.
Press. So basically you need to always focus on developing more shoulder strength, because I made even the test. For 1 month, I didn't do the press.
Yeah.
I was focusing only on hold and push. As a result, my push and hold become weaker. Then I was focusing only on the presses and I didn't focus on the push and hold. Everything becomes stronger.
Okay.
Press develop not only the internal deltoid, but also the serratus anterior as well. So which is how to protract more.
So the final thing I would say is you're here, you're in your protraction.
Yes.
How, at a certain point, you get to the handstand. So at what point would you say, okay, then you become neutral, okay? Because even, you know, for me, sometimes I'm here in my planche, here. Sometimes I may become more neutral here. Sometimes it's more here.
It starts slowly after the 45 degrees. So basically you are full protracted at the bottom. Then when you start pushing, after the 45 degree, basically you start losing the full protraction. And then you move from the shoulder depression more to the neutral and to the elevation, because the handstand, the right position, it would be shoulders to have full elevation. In the planche, it's full depression. The same when you move from the top, you move from here and you start external rotate and shoulder depress and get to the full protraction.
And you think about external
rotation as well.
Supinate against the bar.
Correct.
Okay.
Because in the external rotation, you can better understand how to activate shoulders, how to activate your serratus and your backs as well.
Yeah. And do you like negatives for it?
No. Actually, negative, you should do it only after the active. Why? Because the negative itself, it's way harder to understand in the biomechanics, how to get. So if you aren't strong and you're trying to work on your presses by negative, it will make even worse. So instead, better to work on the active, and only once you can do the active phase, work on your negative phase.
Yeah, this is kind of what I say as well. For me as well, because even I did negatives first, you know, the hardest for a lot of people and understanding is that bottom motion. A lot of people, you know, maybe they can understand negative, and even that has some...
Usually what happens during the negative, when people get, let's say, the negative one, okay? So when people work on the negative, their main focus is not the protraction, they focus just to not fall forward.
Yeah.
And that focus, basically shifting the main focus in the planche, where you need to have a good protraction. So instead of thinking like how to protract, because your mind still doesn't understand, and you think about just how to survive and to not fall forward. So negative is the second. First, the active phase.
Okay, man. Bro, that was a lot of information for the
we cover some topics.
Yeah.
Thank you to invite me, guys. Yeah, always focus on what you do. Don't do it randomly.
Yeah, and you know what he said? If you know some kind of compensation, likely look at what it's coming from. Likely it's the shoulders.
Yes.
You know, potentially.
So if the injury happened here, maybe problem is here.
Look
If the
here
injury
also.
happened in the biceps, that means when you're holding and you're like, oh, let's engage biceps more, you know, more effort with the biceps, and then
the bend.
And that's happened because shoulders couldn't hold.
Work on your shoulders, guys. All right.
Yes.
Andry Strong, man. Again, thanks.
Thanks, man.
We'll see you guys in the next one.